What's going on, y'all? Yogi here. Got my Noster shirt on. Shout out to Noster and the community of Bitcoiners and other people that's interacting on that platform. It's a decentralized networking, social networking platform. Like an alternative to X. Pretty much, it has that same content. Short form, long form, written content. Where you're like just writing, typing your thoughts. So it has that feature, and it's really cool. So check it out if you haven't already. I can post I think it's already in my descriptions already. Yeah. My profile is already in the descriptions where you can follow me, and we can exchange value with one another. If you have something to offer, then and I have something to offer. We want to exchange value either through just regular text form. Say, hey, I like your post. That's exchanging value. That's exchanging energy. Or if you actually have something to offer, like a service or a product, and something that I offer too that you may like, that would be cool too, right? We can exchange value. It doesn't have to be tangible. It could be intangible, like a simple hello, or a simple like, or a zap. And that's the beautiful, see that zap? It's like a lightning strike. That's a form of value. In the form of the zap is a form of a Bitcoin payment, a Bitcoin transaction where we're exchanging value, or exchanging value for a like, something like that. And so, and many times on many different other platforms like X or Instagram or so, I can post something and say, all right, I run an herbal business, right? Adaptogenicbliss. And I'll post something about that and say, hey guys, we're running a sale, 20% off for my mint tea, which I call Mint Bliss, for adaptogenic bliss. And it's a tea that's blended with guayusa and mint. So guayusa is similar to herbal mate, or green tea, similar to that, but it tastes way better. And I think it gives you more energy, more clear energy, more cognitive energy. You don't feel so either jittery or things of that. So it definitely has caffeine in it, and it has theobromine, so that kind of helps calm you down, calm you and relax you. And then the mint aspect, and it's an Ecuadorian mint, and so both of those together, it works really well. And so yeah, I'll make a post about that. Hey guys, Mint Bliss is on sale, 20% off. Put it on Instagram or X or something like that, and I might get likes, right? I might get a little likes here and there, and maybe I get an order, right? But on Nostr, I could post that same thing, and I'll get likes, and I will get Bitcoin. People like the post enough that they want to tip me or tip that post in Bitcoin, and so I like that. I think Bitcoin is the best store of value in the world. Better than gold, better than silver, copper, etc. Obviously better than the currencies that exist. And so, great store of value. Great form of money as well. Because look, people can tip me. There's people from Germany, right? Germany, Australia, etc. on Nostr, tipping me in Bitcoin from around the world. So there's the B here. So I think that's wonderful that people can tip me no matter where they're at in the world with no permission from anyone. So no permission from X or Mark Zuckerberg, like, oh no, you're not complying with these standards. Your post is going to be deleted, or you're shadow banned. None of that there on Nostr. So that's really cool about that. You won't get shadow banned because it's decentralized. So whatever you post there, it stays on there forever, and you can delete it, but you have to go through like another steps to delete it, because you're controlling your own data, but it may be stored on other relays, etc. But that's another topic. But yeah, it stores on there. It's just like like Bitcoin. all transactions on the blockchain, right? You can see all the transactions that ever happened on the blockchain. So same with Nostr, you can look at all the previous notes, all the previous posts, or whatever that you want to call it, notes, posts, reposts, feeds, whatever. You can look at it all in the past from other people, etc. So it's stored there. So that's really cool about Nostr. Yeah, so check it out if you haven't. Obviously, you guys see I have my hair cut. And it's kind of cloudy outside. Obviously, this video is kind of random, right? I'm just kind of saying whatever I think, but that's okay. Yeah, I got my hair cut. Probably can't see the details too much because it's, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a hack job, right? Hack job, but it's all right. I like it. I think it's pretty groovy. It's pretty groovy. Yeah, it'll grow back. Though I may be bald in the future because both my father and my grandfather, it's getting a little dark because the sun just came out. So yeah, both my fathers and grandfathers on both sides of the family, because typically whether you're bald or not depends on the mother's side of the family and not the father's. But unfortunately for me, it's on both sides. So both my father obviously, and his father is bald, and on my mother's side, her father and her father's father was bald. So kind of out of luck, but I'm not there yet. I might have a tiny bit of thinning, like when my hair is out and growing, a tiny bit of thinning in this spot. So that may happen as I get older. I'm 33 right now, so that might happen. Where it starts to get, as I get older, it starts to get more and more bald or whatever. But so far it's pretty decent. Maybe because I'm vegan, I don't know, or just because I'm still young. But I think my father started to get bald at around my age, more bald than I am. I just cut my hair just because it was a mess, and I don't know how to cut hair pretty well, so I just cut it all off and start a new yogi. That's what I like. Starting the new, fresh yogi, making sure that I continuously grow, and when I'm feeling stagnant in certain areas of my life, that I try to find different ways to unstagnate myself. And getting my hair cut, cutting my hair was that form. I was anxious yesterday, super anxious, super just anxiety, not depression, but just feeling kind of just like stuck and worry. Oh, worry is a big one too. Not worry too much where the spleen, in traditional Chinese medicine, the spleen, the emotion that deals with the spleen is worry. So oftentimes we may find that if we worry too much, you have to go to the bathroom. And I used to do this when I would take an exam, especially undergrad. Just so much emotion, so much anxiety, right? So much worry about what I'm going to do on this exam that, I rush to the bathroom before my exam starts because I have so much worry in the abdomen, and that energy, stagnates, and now it starts to turn, and you have to go number 2 because you just have so much worry. So if you ever find that about yourself, that when you worry too much, you have to go to the bathroom, that's why. Now, the emotion that deals with worry is the spleen. So the abdomen, the energetic system, the abs, not the abs, but the stomach, the spleen. But I just say the abdomen because it's the region of the middle jaw, the region of that where that chi lies, and the transformation and the transportation of food to give you energy for your life. And so, yes, I was worrying a lot, I was anxious and all that. So I said, hey, let me cut my hair. I was even too, I think it was too busy to meditate too. My mind was just too busy. So yeah, I just went to cut my hair, and yeah, now I feel fresh. I got my matcha. Got adaptogenicbliss on there. Yeah. So yeah, too much anxiousness, too much worry, too much anxiety yesterday. Cause I'm human. I'm so human. I am so human that um, it is tough, man. Life is tough. Even rich people, super rich people, they have their own problems, and they even worry about having too much money, right? Or their relationship or health problems, right? But I know the more money you make, the easier that you can course through life, right? Because you have money. So if you have health problems, money can help. It can help solve those a lot of those issues, because you can get the best doctors, or you can get the best you can pay for the best nutrition, and so things of that sort. Relationships, you kind of, yeah, your money's not going to help that. It can help in certain things, but just depends on the partner that you're with, right? If your partner or your spouse is more materialistic, and you are, say, a super rich person, and you have a problem going on in your relationship, so you buy them a Rolex, or a purse or something like that. A guy or girl, or wife or husband, no matter what they like, buy them a Rolex or an item or a car or whatever, and then it might make them feel better. But that's about it. So, but even then, even if they're not rich, rich or poor, those things could help temporarily, right? So even if you're poor, right, you have a relationship issue, you get in an argument, and you might buy your partner, flowers, right? Buy them flowers, or something that's, or you forage for some flowers or some roses, things of that sort. It can be free. Or you get them a card, you make them something, you make them food. So all of those things can help, right? And that didn't cost money. So, but relationships is hard, you got to be something, that's where the emotion aspect has to be deeper, the communication, versus you put a band-aid on it with money. Money is only going to solve so much when it comes to relationships. So a lot of rich people, they suffer in that arena. Though they have a lot of money and they can help with like health problems, or money, issues, say the car break down or something like that, they can easily fix that because they have money. But relationships, they're usually stuck in that area where they're really depressed, or they get divorces, or they have multiple wives or husbands, because they just can't get it together, right? And so, yeah, that's the problem there. Luckily, I'm fortunate to have a beautiful wife, and a beautiful child, beautiful daughter, beautiful wife, and we communicate. Honestly, I'm not the best communicator. She's much better than I am about expressing her feelings and things of that sort, and I'm pretty much I wouldn't say stoic, because stoic is more like you just, I wouldn't say stoic, but I'm just not good, right? Or I have things internally, I don't express myself like I need to, because I have all these thoughts in my head of what I want to say or whatever, but I just keep it within myself, and I'm like, hey, I thought I said that, but it's in my head. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe you guys do the same thing. I don't know. But I need to get better with that aspect. But yeah, relationships good. I'm blessed in so many ways. God has provided me a human body. The roof and crown of all creation, as saints and mystics always talk about, because in the human body, it's the only form that you can realize who you truly are. Who you truly are as soul, and who you truly are as God, right? God consciousness. We are all one. There's nothing exists outside of the one. So whoever's watching this, we are the same essence. The plants, the animals, the trees, the ether, all is one. There's one consciousness, right? And so I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have the human body, because y'all can realize that in any other form, like a cat, a dog, a tree, you're just in that existence, right? You don't have it doesn't have the capacity to go within themselves through meditation. It doesn't have the capacity to, it doesn't have that discernment. Now, there are animals that we've seen that show compassion, right? Compassion for other animals, or helping humans, or helping other animals in difficult situations. That's the love, that's the love of God that's showing through them. So that's really special. But humans, they know, or they can discern between right and wrong, or truth and untruth, right? And so we have the capacity for that. So I'm really grateful for that human body. I'm grateful that I have Bitcoin, really sound, strong, hard money. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful to be able to study in school. I start school again in the fall. I took a whole year off because life it's tough, man. It's tough watching a toddler while my wife is in the veterinary medical school. It's tough. And so us both being in the school is really tough. And it's going to be the same way next term, but I'm only taking one class, internal medicine. So that's going to be fun, internal medicine. So I'm grateful to be in school, studying acupuncture, studying Chinese medicine, herbs, all of that. Being able to start my company, adaptogenicbliss. Make sure y'all support it, man. Link is in the bio. Make sure y'all get some mint bliss. Mint bliss is really great. It has guayusa and it mint. So guayusa is really good because it has caffeine in it. So, but the good thing about that, it has theobromine in it. So even though it has caffeine, it has theobromine. So it doesn't cause that jitteriness. You don't get jittery. You don't feel out of focus. It's clear energy. I've just been on a matcha kick lately. I don't sell matcha. I buy matcha, so, but maybe one day, I wouldn't, if you see it on the adaptogenic bliss one day, you'll see it, but it can be expensive to get it sourced, to sell it. But yeah, guayusa mint, so check that out. It's called Mint Bliss on my website. So check that out. Support the homie. I'll be grateful. I'm already grateful, but I'll be even more grateful, especially if you pay in Bitcoin. I'll really appreciate it if you guys support for U.S. citizens, right? Or not U.S. citizens, but U.S. residents. If you live in the U.S., you have a postal U.S. address. If you live in Canada, maybe in the future, especially hopefully in a non-tariff environment where I can ship there. And I wanted to have a way where you don't have to pay too much, the shipping cost. So like I said, maybe in the future I can ship to Canada or even like Mexico. But for now, people who live in the United States, shipping for adaptogenic bliss. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my wife, grateful for my family. So grateful to God. I'm grateful for my guru, Sant Rajendra Singh, giving me the guidance and giving me the guidance to learn about how to go within myself more deeply through meditation. So I learned to practice from him many years ago, about 10 years ago, and I don't do it as consistently like I should, like really deep, strong meditation, multiple hours a day, but getting back to it. And I find that when I do, I'm in a so much more Zen state, or so much stoic, non-reactive. And that's one way to know that if you're growing spiritually, right? That the world, Maya, illusion, it's not affecting you as much. I know that this is Maya. I've had experiences where I see the illusion of this world, not just textually from reading books or attending satsangs, but actually going within myself and seeing that this is the world that we're living at. It's not truly what we make it to be. But since I'm in it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, And if I don't continuously to meditate and go deep within myself, I get caught right back into Maya because it's so strong. The forces of nature, the illusions of life is so strong that it pulls you back into the drama of life, of fear, of worry, of attachment, of ego. It brings you so deeply right back. So you have to really be strong. Either spiritually, you have to just continually meditate and get deeper into your consciousness, where none of it affects you because you really see who you truly are. So you have to go really deep within yourself to not get affected, or you have to just continuously meditate and have discernment and just practice, because life will get you, Maya will get you so strong. You start to compare yourself to others so strong. You'll start to worrying about what others think of you. You'll start to try to climb the ladder of life. All right, like, oh, I need to be super rich. I need $10 million in order to provide. And that's a good goal, right? To make money, be a multi-millionaire, hopefully in Bitcoin terms, right? But when you think about it, you have to get to 10 million or so, you're going to be trading either God or consciousness for the world to get that, because it takes time and energy to do that. Now, Bitcoin will help a lot. So if you have a good paying job, or you accrue skills and put that into into Bitcoin, and then you can just let Bitcoin do the work for you, so you don't have to work so much to get to that goal. But if you don't, and you're just trying to use everything you can, do this, do that, scam people, all this type of things just to get to that goal, then you start to realize that you're spending more time into the world and the attachments of the body and the body consciousness versus spiritual and godly consciousness. So look at your meter, look at your scale, see where you're at. Is your heart lighter than a feather? Is your attention focused on your ultimate goal, which is higher consciousness? That might not be your goal. Your goal might be, when you came here, you might be, I'm trying to be a billionaire, because that was your plan. When you're in the astral plane, your pre-birth experience, you're in the astral plane, like, hey, I'm going to be a famous star, because that's part of your plan, right? So that could be your plan. I don't know. Everyone's plan is different when they came here. I've been here so long that I've been here millions of lifetimes, right? Millions of lifetimes. So it's my time for me to to slowly get back to my true home, get back to the ultimate states of consciousness, get back to what is known as Sachkhand, the realm of all truth. It's my time. So that's where I'm at. You may have much longer to go. You might have another 2,000 lifetimes to go. And that's okay, because, on this level, time is infinite, right? So it may seem like a long time, but time is infinite. So it's just another, blink in the eye of God, 2,000 years or 2,000 lifetimes, right? But I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. But yeah, y'all, just wanted to just talk and rant, and hope y'all having a good day. Hope you guys took some of the lessons that I've shared with you today, and it's kind of random, but I don't even know what to title this video, but I hope you guys all live a blissful, happy, beautiful day. It's really hot. My back is sweating. It's like strolling down my back. Sweat. It's like 92 degrees outside. But yeah, y'all have a good day. Yogi out. Peace.